Hey carnivores, I'm Cassandra. Welcome to my Apex Odyssey. Hey carnivores, good Sunday afternoon. It's time for me to give a 1-year carnivore diet update. And it's hard to believe that a year has passed. It's gone by. What does that say? And the days go slow, but the years go fast. It's passed, and I want to tell you how I did. First of all, I was faithful to my plan every single day. It's been a year plus 4 days now, and I have not gone off my plan one single time. And my plan does not include artificial sweeteners or coffee or dairy at all. It does allow for some seasonings. So in that time, I have had, a dusting of seasoning and all stuff. I don't use it myself now. I did at first. I would put, seasoned salt of some kind, or Lowry's, or use hot sauce, that kind of stuff. But that was just for the first few months. I haven't done that in ages because I'm not interested. But when I go out or buy things that are pre-made, and they'll be pretty clean, but they will have some seasoning on them. So I do allow for that, and every once in a while also will include some vinegar. I've been using red wine vinegar just because it tastes the best to me, and sometimes a little lemon juice, usually when I'm having sardines or shrimp. I like to have a little lemon juice on there. So that's the things that have been included in my plan besides meat. Lately I've been eating mostly hamburger meat, some other types of beef. Once or twice a month I'll have chicken, and I try to eat sardines a couple of times a week, but I don't too much. And once or twice a month I might have shrimp or some other kind of fish, but I mostly eat beef. And in that time, my health has just gotten so much better. I've been telling y'all about the stuff that I've been doing that I always wanted to do but never was able to do before, like go to concerts and go to museums and do things with my kids that sadly was not able to do for a long time. Now we're doing them together. I went with both of my sons, who are adults, to Mobile. We went to eat out at a fancy restaurant where I had a steak and shrimp, and then we went to a music show at a bar there, and came home and got home at like 2 o'clock in the morning. So I'm living my teenage years over again. And for the last 20 years I've been miserable and sick and depressed, and just in the last year it's mostly clearing up. It's crazy. But so in a year I lost 75 pounds. I've still got a ways to go. If I haven't experienced like a lot of carnivores do, but it will slow way down now, and I expect that. But it is really, really true that when you can get around and do everything that you want to do, it doesn't matter. Probably still one of the fattest people I know, but I'm out enjoying my life. I'm not in pain and miserable. And that's a weird thing to think about when, all of my medical history, I've been told if you would lose weight, your health would get better. And it has been completely the opposite of that. Just losing weight had nothing to do with my health getting better. My health is getting better. And, as that has happened, I've started to lose weight. And that's another thing that's just so bizarre. They tell us everything wrong. And so I'm doing pretty well. I'm a little tired from not sleeping too much the last couple of days. I'm ready to have a good night's sleep tonight. Just because I was doing stuff. I was busy, didn't get home till late, and still got up pretty early. So I may get to bed a little earlier this evening, which would be cool. There's other stuff I wanted to tell you. Oh, just some experiences I had. This past week, one of my family members had a birthday party, so I went and picked up a cake. I bought and paid for this cake as part of my gift to them because that is something that they wanted. And I'm not anybody's food police, I still will, I guess, enable other people to eat whatever they want. But so I brought it home and I was cutting it up to serve it, and I got some of it on my fingers. And what's your instinct is to lick your fingers, but I was like, what do I do? So I didn't. I had to first go find a paper towel and then wash my hands, because that was just a weird experience not to lick the frosting off my fingers. That was pretty wild. What would you have done? It's just something interesting to think about, how I've changed so much, and I'm just so much more aware. But I tell you, I'm almost traumatized by my experience with food in the past, and I'm scared of introducing anything that I know that whenever I first started making these videos, several months ago, that I have been in reasonable health in all of that time. But I've been just within the last, say, I guess it was 2019 that I was diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis. So 5 years so for about a year, I was just barely mobile. I mean, the pain that I was in all the time, it's just like thinking about doing other stuff was just out of the question. Whenever you're in chronic pain all the time, and those of you who have chronic pain probably know what I'm talking about, that's your main focus of life, is dealing with that pain, being able to tolerate the things that you have to do. So to not be struggling with that anymore is a real gift. I remember one time, just the kind of pain that I was in, I was sitting on my couch, and I stayed, if I got on the couch or something, I would stay in that one position for a long time. If I started to get your butt or your back will start to hurt if you sit in the same position for a while. And just to scooch my hip up a little bit to try to relieve that pressure, which is excruciatingly painful. It'd be like, it would catch my breath, it would hurt so bad. And I'm happy that that's gone. But every time I get a chance, I say that it's mostly the mental health where the biggest difference has been made. And I'm so happy to be living my life now when I wasn't for a long time. It was just constantly miserable and wishing, dreading every day that was coming up. And now I look forward to it. I'm going to go to work tomorrow. I'm looking forward to getting up and crushing it another day at work. And this is just a really new experience for me. And I actually did a carnivore for a few months several years ago, but I still included artificial sweeteners, coffee, and dairy, and it didn't, I don't remember having the mental health improvements that I have now. So I think either one or some combination of those three things have really had a big influence on what's going on in my head. So that's something to think about if you're struggling with your mental health. Oh, a stall buster. I have a stall buster. I mentioned that for the last probably 3 months I've barely lost any weight at all. Average like a pound a month or something. And I think maybe from August to September there was several weeks that I didn't lose any. I had no net loss. So just listen to Dr. Bosworth a lot, because she has metabolic issues like I do, and I like to hear about the different things that she tries and what she has luck with, and some of that I can try myself. So she talks about the importance of having ketones actively in your blood to help. It's supposed to help with mental clarity. It's supposed to help with inflammation and different stuff. So and as a insulin resistant person, I have trouble getting up a lot of ketones. Even though I have not been off plan, my blood sugar it's not normal, and my ketones are pretty low. I've got 0.5 or 0.6 ketones. That's pretty good for me usually. So I wanted to try some things to get my ketones elevated to see if it would help with some ongoing inflammation. I've got some pain from an old injury in my shoulder blade right now. My feet usually hurt all the time. So this is what I was trying to do. I got some last weekend. I ended up doing a 48-hour fast. I just, Saturday night, I had dinner Saturday night. Then I decided I wasn't going to eat Sunday. But I did take some, this is fractionated coconut oil. That's backwards. And it just says it's for cooking, but it's the same thing as MCT oil. So an MCT oil has got medium chain triglycerides, which turn into ketones pretty easily. It's not the highest quality kind, but I'm on a budget. I got this stuff for about $11 at the grocery store. And so whenever I get really hungry, I'll just drink like a tablespoon of it. And I did that. I maybe had 3 tablespoons the first on Sunday and Monday, and then started eating again on Monday night. Yeah. And I didn't eat much. I just ate maybe a half a pound of hamburger meat. I don't know. I don't measure things. I don't like doing that. But I ate some hamburger meat. And I only ate once a day. And then I ate just once a day for Tuesday through Thursday. And in the first, for breakfast time, I would have a tablespoon of the coconut oil. And then for dinner with my meal, I would add a couple more tablespoons to that. And my blood sugar went down. And my ketones went up. So they got up to, it's on my phone, which I'm using to record, but they were up to 1.6, 1.8. And then this morning when I got up, they were 2.1. But I wasn't even doing it this morning. I ate at the restaurant last night. And so the effects last a little while. And I'm going to do it again tomorrow. Tomorrow's Monday, so I'm not going to eat tomorrow. I'll eat again on Tuesday, but I am going to have that coconut oil. Oh, the whole point of saying was that my feet are not hurting as much. There's probably 80% reduction in the foot pain, and in that time I lost 5 pounds. So something to try if you're struggling is basically a fat fast, I think, but getting those ketones up. So I'll be interested to see what my ketones are in the morning after not having done that for a couple of days. Take care of your health. Take care of yourself. I hope you have an awesome week coming up. And we'll see you next time.